Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 8:40 a.m. Tuesday, May 17th. I had a video up that I took down just to be nice for the moment. Had 30 seconds, about 30 seconds on there, something like that, whatever. Where I was talking about stuff in my childhood. No big thing. Um, Someone tried to make it a big thing. It's not, but whatever. No big deal. Um, but anyway, it was an important video. Had to do with critics and stuff like that. I was trying to get people to understand things. So I need to go there again. Um, this is going to be a little deeper than it was last time. Um, how do we deal, as we awaken, how do we deal with those who want us not to, who want to keep us from awakening? How do we deal with people that are so insecure that they have to lash out at anything, especially someone that either they feel is easily manipulated, or someone that's speaking about something they can't actually do and handle themselves, or something that just makes them feel nervous. There's a whole lot of ors in there, and there's a whole lot more. 7 or 8. When people come at you, whether they're in your face yelling, whether they make a sly comment or just a gesture saying like you're crazy or something like that, or you don't do this right, you don't do that right, never doubt yourself. Okay? Just take the time. When someone says something, the easiest thing to do, the only thing I know to do, is I just look at them and say, I look at them, see what they are, I feel their energy. It's just all at the same time. I've been doing this a long time. I just look at them and see who they are, what's going on, why they're doing it, and it takes a second, less than a second, whatever. But if it takes a few seconds, good, don't worry about it. Or 2 minutes, 3 minutes, just relax. When you're first doing it, it takes a while, but after that, it's like riding a bike. Next thing you know, you jump on it and go. When you're first learning how to ride a bike, you're just kind of like, how do I get on a thing? How do you do this? How do you do that? But once you've done it a few times, it's easy. That's the way it is with waking up. It becomes more intense. You learn more. You develop more, and then you reach out a little further. As you hit your comfort level, then you extend it. Excuse me, folks. That's how you wake up. That's a very big part of it. So anyway, you're also going to notice as you wake up and get stronger, a lot of your friends, quote unquote, are going to change. I don't mean so much that they change, but the friends that you have change. So you're going to find out you have a much better, you have the quality of your friends is going to be much higher. You're going to have people with compassion and stuff like that, people that care more, people that aren't fake. Okay? When people aren't awake, it makes them nervous when you talk about stuff they can't comprehend yet. And a lot of people, they literally want to be your friend, but they want to be above you. They want to see themselves above you. They want to keep you down and they're up here. Or look at me, I glorify myself. Some people call it, well, there's a whole lot going on here, folks. There's so many different emotions and reasons for people to have the insecurity or the arrogance or the need to dominate anybody that's doing something different. Some people just want attention. They're children that have issues with mommy and daddy, and they never grow up. They just want to come at you and try and say, "Look at me. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about that. See, here's my opinion. This is how it is." And you're like, "Yeah, it's your opinion. Whatever." Have a good time with that. I got my own life. That's the thought process that's healthy for you to have if you're waking up. If you don't have that, people are going to knock you around all the time. You never wake up, okay? Now, it's a normal thing for that to happen, to start having those feelings. Just don't let it overcome you. A good stone with that. Two good stones with that. Number one, a nice piece of high quality rhodonite. Gives your heart strength and a little bit of okay, a little bit of oomph. And then also, happen to have this just sitting right here, a piece of sodalite. See if I can get it somewhere easier to see. Whatever. This is a beautiful stone. It really is. Sodalite works in a whole head, which will help you with strength of affirmation, a thought process, and a rhodonite gives your heart strength. Also, having some black onyx on you will also bring out some of your personal power. You can throw citrine with it, and it helps you focus that personal power where you need it. I've been talking about stones for years. There's a reason for that. Okay? I want you to know about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't say anything. I just play with them myself, put them in my pocket, enjoy them. So anyway, some of them want to make a big splash for themselves. Some of them just really, don't like the fact that you can do something they can't. Some more big naysayers on there is guys like James Randi and the rest of them running around. There's no such thing as psychic power. Well, honestly, I agree, because the word psychic is bull. It's garbage. It means nothing. What is psychic? What is the word psychic? Go with metaphysical. Abilities that do not have like a reaching for your arm, grabbing something. That's a physical ability. Metaphysical ability is something else. That's you using energy. Okay? People tell you there's no such thing. Okay, what do you call the mother's intuition? What do you call the feeling that soldiers and police might have in the back of their neck, like I'm being watched or a danger? There's an issue. Sometimes the hair stands up on their head. Gee, we've never heard that expression, have we? Of course we have. These naysayers and the people, your personal critics and stuff, or just your friends that you have that want to go, they'll look at you and say you're crazy, say whatever. Some of them might say that and turn right around. Well, that's cool. You can help them understand, and it's fun to wake up when you have a friend that's also following the same endeavor, or maybe is awake already, or maybe just wants to wake up to awaken their metaphysical abilities. I mentioned in the other video somebody that I'm bringing up again. His name is C.W. Chanter. It's funny, that's a good last name for him, because in his videos it's like he's trying to put stuff out. Even some of the stuff he does is hand movements. He does a lot of things to mimic me. The shelf behind me, blah blah blah, and he's trying to get attention. It's like one of his. I don't look at this stuff too much. I really don't care. Sometimes it's thrown in front of my face. You have to look at this, and I'll look at it and say, okay, whatever. And I'm talking with spirit when it goes on. He's solar plexus oriented, so he can't feel much. And this kid has the audacity. Well, he can say what he wants about me. It doesn't matter, but it really doesn't. It means nothing. But then to go a Cory good and just blast the hell out of him. CW can't see crap. He's solar plexus, and he's like a lost child, screaming to people and smiling. See what I know? See what I do? And he goes like this all the time. It's like, wow, really? He got hand movements. It's literally it's like mimicking me. As a matter of fact, one of the replies on his on this one video I looked at, I listened about 2-3 minutes. I'm not that much, but whatever. A minute anyway, probably close to that. And this one guy said, I told him basically to shut up, that he was riding my coattails, trying to make a name for himself. That, folks, that's going to happen if you get more popular. But popularity, I don't care about, other than spreading the information that I have. For that, it's important, I guess, for people to listen to you. But he can feel stone energy if he just, finds a way to shut his the aggressive blab about everybody. Jumping all over Cory Good, man. This Cory Good is an incredibly strong pineal seer, and he's got incredible heart. When you look at Cory, you're going to see the deep blue from his pineal, and you're going to see the beautiful red from his heart. And someone who tells the truth and spreads information, and you attack him, that shows what you are. You know, it's like nada. Okay, that's pathetic. You know, that's unreal. And then I was talking with Annie, and then on Skype, and all of a sudden he calls. CW, you called and there was 7 people on the line or something. You wanted to talk with me, have a group call. 7 people for 20 minutes. That's $1,500. Go to my website, put in a request for a consult, and I'd be happy to talk with you and your buddies, but not till you pay. If you want what I have to offer, you're going to pay. Okay? I don't know who you think you are, but you're not. So you have the ability to see and feel stones. I told you that in the video. It's not that I don't care about you. I don't care about the way you're acting. It's like a little child. You have the ability to feel stone. If you get some danbarite, some selenite, some good stick selenite, the good stuff, and hold on to it, and relax, you'll feel vibration in your upper crown. Then you can start, if you listen to some of the stuff I tell you, you're going to learn more about it. You'll start learning more about feeling stones. You'll start understanding stuff, and then you'll have good information to talk about. Critics, folks, critics, all they do is they attack other people, try to make themselves look good, and say, see, I know this, I saw this, and you didn't. And if someone doesn't know what's going on and they see that, they say, well, the guy's doing a video on YouTube, he must know. You know, and they don't know, and they find out later, of course. But in the meantime, they're sending people astray. So, CW, my advice to you, buddy, is to get some danbarite and some stick selenite and start feeling the energy. And then go for yellow aventurine. Here, I'll even show you something, man. And if you get a hold of Deanna, star us a night like this will really help you out. This is from India, this particular piece. This is some beautiful yellow aventurine. Work on becoming alive, and then talk about that. You know, all you are is a smut thrower, man. I mean, that's crazy. Okay? Wow. Folks, people are going to be like that all the time. And remember, we all go through a growing process. Have I ever done anything wrong? Oh, hell yes. Yeah, have I ever screwed up? Definitely. You know, I make it's my intention to try not to, but stuff happens. I have my honor. Okay, sorry. Things are what they are. People don't like it, and then, you know, you don't have any honor because you didn't do what I wanted you to or told you to, and it's like, hey, that's your problem, man. Okay? I got my own things to handle. You know, you're going to have to handle yours. Someone's all upset. I gotta call her up. Some stuff for their dad. Anyway, so, you know, people do what you want. It's your life. As long as you're not actually hurting anyone, I always stay, for the most part, out of it. But when someone's speaking out against me, I very rarely bother with that. I don't have time for that crap. Okay, that's child's play. So I had so many people in my last channel, you know, want me to make videos with them and everything, and then next thing you know, they freak out, and then they call up YouTube and say, he does not have my permission. And they were the ones that, you know, were all excited about it, wanted me to make this video, that video. It's so funny, and I didn't have time to deal with these idiots. I just said the hell with it. So I opened up a new channel. But that forced the situation that cost me 3,400 subscribers and all. But that's okay. It's all right. I got to go, and this way there's better information for everyone and less videos. I guess it's probably going to be 100 before I get out of here. I don't know. But I'm trying to concentrate on things we need. And this talk about critics, it's helping you understand a little bit about how to deal with them, but it's also helping them. Okay? If you take the time to really relax and listen, you'll understand there's a lot going on in what I tell you. And none of it has to do about me. Me knowing, yes. Me being strong, yes. Killing stuff in the second dimension, yes. That's done. Okay? There's almost none of that going on anymore. There's working with stuff on the other side, trying to get things squared away till I can get the heck out of here. It's crazy. I just want to help y'all every way I can. And we all screw up, man. When I used to have my shop, I used to tell people, sometimes I get mechanics come in and said, hey, man, I want to work for you. I understand this is a good shop. I know you pay well. And I know you fix cars. You have a very good reputation. And I don't have comebacks. And I said, whoa, okay, look, if you're working on cars, you're going to make mistakes. It's called life. The thing is that we want to catch it, test drive every car once or twice before it goes to the customers, so we get a chance to, to catch them. I pay good money. So that way you can take the time to go on a test drive. And besides, it's relaxing. Feel the car. Maybe there's something else you're going to feel on the car that the customer needs to be aware of, and just make a note. And then I'll look at it, explain it to the customer. Something might pop up later. Don't hit them with an estimate. Let's fix it now and take their money. You just say that we notice this now. That way, if it becomes an issue later, or if they're concerned about it, then they can deal with it. It's your job when you're a mechanic to find out what's wrong with the customer's car and give them the best advice you can to help them. Okay? Now you get paid for your services, but if you're a real honorable person, that's how you do it. I've quit places when they were trying to get me to do anything else. I just look at them when I used to work for other people for opening up my own places. So the hell with that. But there is a lot of stuff in here. And that's just me talking through the body. Like I tell all of you, you have no idea how strong and powerful and intelligent and who you really are. You're in a body having a life. It's like being stuck in a tarp, inside a tar pit over your head. That's what it's like. So those of you that are critics, maybe take a little time to criticize yourself. Okay? And if somebody wants to talk to me, you go through the channels. Because I ain't got time for it. I got stuff to do, and that's just it. My time here is for everyone and everything. And nothing is any more important than anything else. Okay? Those of Lily, I have a lot of love for them. That's a different scenario, but still, the baseline is all creation is equal because it exists, number one, and from that you build off. So, folks, when people are critics and stuff giving you a hard time, or, when I say that, I mean a friend saying something, try to let it go. They might come back at you in a week, or an hour, or a minute, or never, and ask you, how do you feel that? How do you feel that? How do you sense that? Because they might want to wake up and they just feel a little nervous about it at first. Just, hey, come on, this is new stuff. Okay? There's no hat you put on and all of a sudden, you're awake and stuff. I can go in you and crank you up, and it makes you stronger, but you still have to use it. The most powerful paintbrush can't do a thing until you grab it and use it. The most powerful car will never move until you get in it and drive it. You have to become engaged if you want to awaken to who you really are. And when you do, you'll love it. when I first started cranking people up, some people were saying, "Jay, I get this headache." I said, "Headache," and I looked at him. I said, "No, you have a little bit of a thick feeling." He goes, "Yeah, but it's." I said, "Do you feel like it might become a headache or a stiff feeling or something?" But yeah, I said, "Relax, it's normal." I said, "If you want." They had already been cranked up for about whatever, at least a couple months. I said, "If you want, I'll pull everything out." He goes, "No, no, 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 no." Everyone, every time, 1,000%. Boom. Hell no, they don't want that, because as you start to wake up, you start realizing more, you start seeing more, you become more, you can feel yourself becoming the full self. And that is enriching. Uh, that's actual enlightenment. That's actually who you are. So, um, folks, don't let your friends give you a hard time about stuff. Just let them go. Just see you. Have a good life, but you're going to have it without me. I'm not going to deal with that. No big deal. Sometimes it ruins, personal relationships too. I'm sorry when it happens, but you have to move forward. Or if you want to awaken, you have to move forward. You don't have to do this or have to do that. I'm not the government or religion or the IRS. The IRS isn't the government, by the way. They have carte blanche to do what they want with you, but they're separate. That way they're special. Who knows? There needs to be certain things in place, but the powers of governments and stuff, it's crazy. It's all insane. They have the power to put chemtrails in the air and poison you, give you lung disease. So, anyway, you're going to run to that stuff with your abilities as you're awakening. And then it's because your friends are your friends. You're going to ask them, hey, what do you think about this, or this happening? And they might look at you like you're nuts, and then you know what? It might be a month or 2 months later, or even a year later, and then they're so wrapped up in it. So try to take it with a grain of salt, not worry about it too much. People are going to say what they want. Let them. I had so many people coming at me from all over the place, and there was little souls running them. Plus, they were arrogant and everything else themselves. And after the souls were literally taken out, destroyed, then eventually that's what happened. Took a while, and then they're running around without anything on them. And then that's as far as judgment goes. Because when it comes to this movement and trying to stop it, there's stuff going on. Just call it karma, okay? People will awaken and use their abilities. When they don't want to, then they won't have another life. Period. So that's the way it's going to go. It's kind of sad, but feel into your friends when they say that and see if they're just see what's going on. See if they're a little nervous because they don't understand it. Some people are really comfortable with religions that make no sense when you look at them with a clear, open mind, clear thought process. What is that? Getting rid of the dogma. This is what you must do. This is how it is. And I tell you what's going on the other side. There's no religion. There's no nothing. It's just I tell you what's going on. I help you become stronger so you can see it for yourself. Isn't that the only truth you can have? Is what you perceive for yourself? Isn't that what you're doing when you find your truth? When you have your truth, is from having made your own decisions. When you get these little children running around, running their mouth, they don't even know what they're talking about. They're trying to sound intelligent, and they get so proud of themselves. They're smiling from one ear to the other, man. It's like mommy would be proud of me is a feeling I see when I see that. Well, that's what's in her head as a feeling in her heart. It's like, oh yes, I'm this now. It's so funny. I look at him and say, wow, really? It's so funny when you're really awakened. You see people running around in their lives doing stuff, and it's just, I remember doing that. And I'm so glad, even with all the pain that I have daily, that I live with and everything else, I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. It's chasing the dollar. It's sad. So, folks try to blow off people when they do that. If it's a friend, maybe try to open up a dialogue about that particular thing and being careful of their feelings and the fact that they might be nervous because they don't feel it yet and they don't want to feel insecure. And don't forget, there's always that peer pressure thing, especially when we're younger. When you're good with yourself, you just don't care about that stuff. Okay? Waking up is not easy. Once you're awake, it is. It makes some people nervous when they're not, and especially solar plexus people. When you can feel, when you're strong enough to feel in the people, you're going to feel that. Sometimes you see strong yellow energy in the core. That's usually when you see that, as far or have a feeling that that's what that person has. You don't have to see colors moving. Almost no one sees that. Okay, but you have an image in your head that there's yellow in the core. That's how almost everyone sees it. Okay, and then that tells you they're solar plexus oriented. And see if you don't get, just look at them and say, looks like that person is solar plexus oriented. Uses their gut feeling about things, and then your spirit guide will tell you, yeah. You get a feeling of yes. Then you can help them understand that. People, I'm giving you all the information you need. Okay? I'm doing everything I can to help you. Personal consultations, yeah, I make money on that. Okay? It's called paying the bills, and I got plenty of them. So, but all this other information, it's there. It's free. It should be. Huh. That's funny. An electrical charge. There's a transformer or something trying to turn on. It's raining hard over here. Well, it was anyway. Now it's just kind of the aftermath. Anyway, so folks, you might all expect some of that going on with some of your friends. You might drop some. You're going to drop some and you're going to pick some up. Fine. Don't worry about it. And you have to spend some alone time. And the more you do that, the more secure you're going to be in how you feel about what you're doing, and the more you're going to trust yourself. But it's great to have friends who wake up also and talk to them. Some people, as they wake up and start feeling abilities, it can be a natural thing to start getting a little arrogant about it. And you're like, wow, look what I can do, and then it calmed down. Isn't life a growing process? Yes. Oh, folks, man, I love you. You'll take care of a good time. And I hope you keep waking up. The more you relax trying to wake up, the more you relax too. That's really good for you. And remember, when people have problems with you, that's their problem. Unless they really go out of the way to make it an issue with you, just forget it. Who cares? That stuff happens. That means you're reaching people. Okay? Love you, man. Have a good one.